How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. It seems like Bitcoin holders just lost all hope. It seems like a lot of people just capitulated yesterday. I mean, we fell down significantly from the low 60s down to 56,500. A lot of people were freaking out. Yesterday, I talked about how you have to be ready for this. If you're going to make it through this bear market, into the bull market, we're in the beginning stages of the bull right now, but a lot of people won't make it because they can't deal with a 25% correction. But that's bound to happen. We have some really interesting news here today. We actually saw every single ETF sell yesterday, but someone was buying. Someone that hasn't been buying for maybe about a month, actually probably less than that, a couple weeks, but someone that's very famous within the crypto space, and it's not Michael Saylor, it's someone else. They took it as a buying opportunity. And I want to show you that, kind of talk about where we are in the market, because a lot of people just are getting it wrong. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification so you can see future videos just like this. Also, there's going to be a link underneath the video to Margex, where you can trade cryptocurrency using leverage. There's also a link to CoinW, where you can trade using leverage or you can trade spot, and they're giving you a bonus. So when you sign up and deposit $100 and make a trade, you can actually win $100, a $100 bonus. So definitely go check that out in the description and in the comment section down below. Now, yesterday we saw a capitulation, and I made several videos talking about this. We had this big move from 64,000 down to 58, and then it started to move back up. Actually, it was 56, and then we started to move back up. Aggressively to 59.2, and then we just dumped. If you notice, though, there are higher lows. Higher low here, slightly lower low there. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Now we're moving back up. Now it's going to be important to kind of flip 60,000 into support again instead of resistance. But yeah, a lot of people freaked out last night too because of this. We had every single ETF sell. Doesn't matter if it was Blackrock, Fidelity, ARKB, BITB, HODL, BURR, BTCO. Every single one dumped. We had about $564 million worth of Bitcoin dumped. Almost $10,000 or almost 10,000 Bitcoin dumped on the market. However, the market's moving back up. Now, a lot of the time this does take a day to flush out because it's T+1. So we'll see some of this happening here today, right? Where they're starting to sell some Bitcoin. But typically when the news comes out, that kind of sets the tone. And well, the news came out and we started to move up. This is interesting. You know, who's out there buying 10,000 Bitcoin? Well, one person that's buying is Mr. 100. They came back in and bought. They actually hadn't bought in about 2 weeks. They sold on the 22nd, right when we were at 66,000. Some people were thinking like, what the heck? Why are they selling? And then, yeah, they were able to buy all of that back in at a 10% discount. Right? So they bought over 1,500 Bitcoin just yesterday. Actually, just today. They bought just a little while ago, a couple hours ago. So they're stacking. They're obviously not the only one stacking, because if the price is going up, more people are buying than selling. And like I said, I think a lot of people capitulated. And I said, whenever you feel like selling, that's probably when you should be buying. And when you feel like buying, that's when you should be selling. So a lot of people did feel like selling yesterday. And that was probably a good sign that we were close to the bottom. Of course, we could always fall further. But remember, we also got this news. Quantitative easing / money printing is here. The U.S. Treasury is launching the first buyback program since 2002. They're basically just quantitative easing, buying up treasuries, which gives more liquidity to the market, helps out the banks. So yeah, the Fed did kind of have a turning point. It kind of did flip. And yeah, it's bullish for the markets. We also should just take a look at this. This is the psychology of a market cycle. Where are we? Where do you think we are? Well, obviously the bear market, we were at anger and depression. I think we're somewhere around disbelief, maybe hope, right? I think a lot of people thought this was a sucker's rally. They thought, okay, we went up to 74. It's a triple top, right? It's a triple top, even though we're slightly higher than the previous bull market. And then we fell down. This rally will fail like all the others, people thought. Instead of 74,000, we're going to go down to 30, I saw. Some people said 30, some people said 3. I've seen large crypto Twitter pages saying $3,000 Bitcoin. So yeah, I think we were in the disbelief phase. Now maybe we were in the hope and then we saw a bit of a dip and it's just like a mini disbelief phase. But we're nowhere close to belief, thrill, euphoria. And keep in mind, right, certain days feel like this, but the overall sentiment, I think, is maybe we're going back into hope. And this is before the massive run-up. Now, Miles DeShooter gives some thoughts on this. Before I thought we were in the optimism belief stage. Now I'm starting to think we're closer to the disbelief hope phase. Why? Sentiment turning so quickly suggests that people weren't as bought into the bull market mindset as true macro thrill euphoria phase would warrant. There are a few reasons for this, and he's purely referencing altcoins here, not BTC. Time-wise, the cycle is in its infancy compared to past bull runs. We were just hitting the halving. Time-based uptrends are important for building true belief and exposure, not just price. That's a good point, right? You need month after month after month after month of green. Most altcoins have barely rallied to what is expected from a full bull, apart from some sectors like memes AI. We need a broader altcoin rally to build that belief. Retail never truly came back. Okay, maybe some clocked out 2021 participants returned to gamble on some Solana memes, but largely broader retail isn't on chain. They just want to chuck some money into a centralized exchange and gamble on some alts. There are many metrics to evidence this. All in all, I view this correction to be an opportunity for both sideline players to finally get exposure at decent RR levels, alongside experienced players to lower their cost basis, build exposure at some attractive prices. If we truly are near the hope phase, the ride will still be full of chops, drawdowns, and FUD events intended to shake you out. But that may be the worst possible thing to happen to you at this stage of the cycle. Now, I just made a tweet about this too. Let me go down here. I have people saying the bull run is over, that Bitcoin barely peaking above its previous all-time highs and all major alts 30 to 80% below all-time highs is the best we get. I was crying laughing at this the other day because obviously it's sad to see some people get capitulated out of Bitcoin and crypto, but it's amazing. Every single cycle we have people that call it so wrong and are so emotional. Why would you think that most altcoins, most major altcoins like top 20, being 30 to 80% below their previous all-time highs is the best we get? Have you ever seen a crypto bull market? Right? And of course we can fall down. But is that the most likely scenario? Probably not, right? Probably not. And of course we could have some choppiness before then. But yeah, I think we're going to go much higher. I've said that video after video, month after month. I've been buying throughout the entire bear market because I believe that. Now, I also made this tweet here. Guys, Bitcoin is fine, touch grass. It's important just to get out every once in a while and just, focus on yourself. So let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Let me see if there's anything else that we need to hit on. Yeah, so Blackrock's head of digital assets does say sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, and endowments will start trading Bitcoin ETFs in the coming months. Okay, I saw that earlier today as well. I would think they would know better than we would. Of course, maybe they're talking their book a little bit, but still, that is pretty big. And BNP Paribas buys Blackrock, IBIT, Europe's second largest bank. Additional global banks will be announced. Several sovereign wealth funds to be announced as well. Don't fade the think. Yeah, so even though we're seeing outflows here, that can switch to inflows very quickly. And again, they have this secret power of having all these other ETFs that they have money in, that they can just plug their ETFs their Bitcoin ETFs into and then flood cash into it if they want, right? They can go put it in a $50 billion fund, put 3% allocation to it, and flood $1.5 billion worth of money into it in a second, right? So just keep that in mind. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, we are going to see more choppiness. And if you want to play that choppiness, if you want to trade, there is a link down underneath the video to Margex. Keep in mind that I do trade, but it's a small portion of my portfolio, right? The majority of it is safe, cold storage crypto, but I do think it's important to work on TA a bit, and also it is fun to try to amplify the returns, and it's done quite well. In a bull market, that is the time that you want to trade cryptocurrency, right, on leverage. Now, make sure you understand the risks and rewards of it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.